Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. My name is John Green. I'm the manager of the AFC Wimbly Womblys. Today taking on Plymouth Argyle Football Club. Their crest has a boat on it, so I assume that they are either near the shore or else that they love pirates as much as I do. Regardless, good luck to Plymouth Argyle. You bond timber-loving Argyllians, Argylers, guileless Argers. We're going to win. Let's face it. We've got John Green and John Green. They haven't been, I don't know if you noticed this, but they have not been connecting the last few games. I had a talk with both of them where I basically said, I don't know what's going on, boys, but I need to see better performances out of both of you. We're back in second place, as you can see. We're 5 points clear of Barnsley, which means that we're still in the automatic promotion spots. But it's tight down there. It's tight up there at the top. So we've got a lot to play for still. It's not like last season where we can sort of take it easy and let the chips fall where they may. This is serious business here in the Wimbly Wombly land. Oh, other John Green just got called for a foul because he did absolutely nothing wrong. Meredith is going to ask questions. Last time we answered just one question in the whole video, and I now feel that was perhaps not enough questions. So let's answer a bunch of questions. Real questions from real Wimbly Wombly supporters. Meredith, go. Favorite color as a child? It was green. Still my favorite color today, by the way. There's just something about it. I think it's a lovely color, and it's also a lovely name. Would I consider writing fantasy? I've tried to write. I'm a huge fantasy fan. Not as big as Hank, but certainly, but pretty big. And I've tried to write fantasy in the past, and I'm just not good at it. In fact, I once tried to write Scott Westerfeld fan fiction. Because I'm a big Scott Westerfeld fan, and I thought it would be fun to try to write Scott Westerfeld fan fiction, and I was really bad at it, unfortunately. But I might try again. Who knows? Life is long, and I really do love reading fantasy. But there's a lot of things that I like reading that I'm not actually that good at writing. I really love good historical fiction. I think I just love big, rich historical fiction like Octavian Nothing by M.T. Anderson, or oh God. That made me nervous for a second. I loved The Good Lord Bird. That was one of the best books I read all year. But I'm terrible. That's another thing I really can't write. Because I'm always just like, how do people get around without cars? What's my next question? Best, worst pancake topping? The only appropriate pancake toppings are as follows. Blueberry, acceptable. Walnut, acceptable if with bananas. Walnut without bananas, weird, but with bananas, acceptable. Other pancake toppings, utterly unacceptable. Disgusting, gross, why would you ruin pancakes? All of these newfangled attempts to have pancakes that are not sweet, but instead are savory or umami or whatever, and they put hamburger meat in pancakes, or they put I don't know, tofu in your pancakes. It's reprehensible. It's unacceptable to me. Yeah. I also don't like powdered sugar on my pancakes. Looks weird. It looks like a drug. I don't like it. What's next? Where do I begin with reorganizing my bookshelf? Well, I use Goodreads to help me know what I own, and then I have a private Goodreads on which I basically have my home library cataloged. I had it on Library Thing for a long time, but then that just kind of went away as a site. And yeah, so that's what I do. I just use Goodreads, and it works really well. So I would just put all of your books into Goodreads. If you have thousands of books, you can actually buy a UPC scanner for $15, $20. Get it. Oh, you've got to get that on goal, sir, or pass it to Yabamba. It's up to you. Don't you feel like other John Green has not been himself the last 3 games? 0 goals, very few attempts on goal, and all of our goals have been scored by either Green Eggs and Sheringham or Yabamba. And that's a very weird situation. We are used to relying heavily on goals from the John Greens, and they just have not been there in the world-class skill level, and I don't really know why. Any suggestions are welcome. I know you guys are always trying to get me to change up my that's got to be a foul for me. Yeah. I know you guys are always trying to get me to change up my formation, but I love my formation. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, what's my next question, Meredith? The greatest issue facing those born between 1980 and 2000? I mean, in like Americans born between 1980 and 2000 is probably different from people. I think like the greatest issue facing the world for those born between, get it in there, ball, John Green. Why can't you get a shot on goal? I think the biggest issue for people who are born between 1980 and 2000 will be dealing with the repercussions of our changing climate. As you know, we have more. I think that it's going to be a big economic problem, but I also think it's going to be a big political and social problem. I think that will be the biggest issue. But like the biggest, you know, there's also like the continuing problem of hunger and poverty. I mean, I think we have a tremendous opportunity in the next 30 years to really radically reduce, or continue, I should say, continue to radically reduce the amount of poverty, the number of people living in absolute poverty around the world. I mean, right now we have a couple billion people living on less than $2 a day, and I think we can decrease the absolute number of that number in absolutes, and as the population increases, which would allow us to, you know, decrease the percentage of people on Earth living in absolute poverty dramatically. Like I think, you know, I think we could see many countries with a rising middle class, just by making investments in aid and infrastructure and basic health investments. I mean, I think you know, this is obvious to say, but like you start out with so many advantages in life just by virtue of having a healthy birth weight, just by virtue of having a mother who had adequate nutrition. You know, you just start out, and then if you can be healthy till the age of 5, you have massive advantages in life in terms of your you know, your chances at education, economic productivity, all of that stuff. It just changes dramatically. So like as we make those investments, they pay off they pay off times, you know, by in orders of magnitude. It's really cool to see that happen, and I think it's been happening since, you know, since about 1980, certainly since 1990. But I think it's a tremendous opportunity that we have now that we seem to have really figured something out about how to decrease poverty in like a lasting way. So yeah, that's what I think is coolest. But that problem, they were probably asking me about like jobs and stuff. I don't know. But yeah, what's next? What I look for when signing players? I used to look for like, are they gingers and do they have funny names? But now I look for, are they good? I unfortunately have the world like transfer market turned on, so it's really difficult to tell who's good and who's not, which makes it very difficult to trade for players, particularly when you don't have a budget of any money like we don't in the Wimbly Wombly community. By the way, I'm moving to attacking because we've got to find a way to score a goal. This is Plymouth Argyle, you know, not Roma. We can't be losing this game. Oh, God, terrible pass. Horrible pass. Oh, no! Oh, God, Seb Brown. Seb Brown. Somebody go and give that beautiful man a hug. Seb Brown saved 2 penalties against Luton Town to put us into the Football League, then saved 2 penalties against Manchester City to make us heroes and FA Cup winners. And then a beautiful save against Plymouth Argyle here in the 60th minute to keep our dreams alive, ladies and gentlemen. All right, what was the question, Meredith? I lost track because of Seb Brown being so incredibly good-looking and talented. Oh, yeah. So, I mean, I just try to look for who's the best in the positions that we need. But, of course, on the other hand, we need all the positions. So that makes it challenging at times. Yeah, I mean, we got to – I know what we need to improve dramatically. We need better backups to John Green and John Green. I think we rely a lot on our 2 strikers, and they're great, but we need they're not young, and we need good backups for them. You know, they've been in the TARDIS for a long time, and it's, you know, I don't think you get any younger in that thing. So we need that, and then we need a better. I think we've got a pretty good future in midfield between Hell's Pels and the Golden Child and Kaz. Oh God! Oh man, this is tense. This is tense. I'm playing with my controller over my head. We got to make some substitutions here, guys. This is getting nervous. Meredith, what's my next question? If I had a pet armadillo, what would I name it? Lots of people have been naming their pets Alaska and Augustus and Hazel recently, which makes me very happy. So maybe I would name it after one of my characters. Is that weird? That's probably weird. What else could I name? What else could I name this hypothetical armadillo? I could name it Dilly, or Dillo, or Lida. Lida's a nice name for an armadillo. You know what this game needs, Meredith? Frampton comes alive. In for Lizzie Bennett. That's what we needed. That's the change of pace we need, and we're about to get it. Let's go, boys. Let's do this thing. Oh, just like the pros do. Three changes all at once. God, you're good looking. Look at that perfect facial symmetry. 5-day beard. I love it. I love it. Kennedy's coming off. So that's going to improve the quality of hair on the club dramatically right away. What's the next question? Who would I bring back from the dead? There's a bunch of people I'd like to, like George Washington, Abraham Lincoln. I'd like to bring back Jesus and Muhammad from the dead. Just be like, how much of this did you guys mean? And then, I don't know. What else? Who else would I like to bring back from the dead? Oh, geez. Always wanted to talk to Zora Neale Hurston. She lived in Orlando for a long time like I did, but in a very different kind of Orlando. Or, I mean, not in Orlando, but in Central Florida. And I've always kind of wanted to talk to her. It'd be nice to talk to, like, real writer geniuses. Just about their genius. Like, it'd be nice to talk to your Jane Austens, your Charlotte Brontes, William Shakespeare. Oh, God. Everything worked out. He was offside. He was being naughty. Yeah, we're just struggling in this game, guys. There's no two ways about it. There's no good way to say it. 82nd minute. It's looking like a standard Wimbly Wombly 0-0 draw at the moment, which would not be a good result for us against Plymouth Argyle, it must be said. But I just don't see the boys playing with the enthusiasm that I'd like to see. That's not bad. But Yabamba's like not going for balls and stuff. That's not good. All right, what's my next question, Meredith? When I eat tacos, do I tilt my head or the taco? It's a brilliant question. Almost as good as would you rather eat 10 pine cones or poop 5. I think I tilt the taco, which is weird when I think about it now. Like I should definitely. Oh, God, what are you doing? Oh, what in the sweet name of the Lord were you thinking in that situation? Good God. All right. 90th minute. Push. Push, K. St. Louis. Yes. 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 Oh, my God. Oh, it's other John Green in the 90th minute. Other John Green, get down and kiss Wimbly Lane's beautiful turf. He's big, he's tough, he has a ginger puff. Other John Green with the last touch of the ball. Other John Green puts it in the back of the net, and fans of the Wimbly Womblys all over the world are going nuts as we just ensured 3 points, 3 vital points in our race to try to get to the championship. Other John Green. Oh, our captain, our hero, back on the scoreboard. Huzzah, huzzah. What was the question? Yeah, I think I tilt my head when I eat tacos. Thanks for watching. Best wishes.